you. And when you knock us down, we're going to get up. And on the way up, we're going to bite a kneecap off. All right. And we're going to stand up. And then it's going to take 2 more shots to knock us down. All right. And on the way up, we're going to take your other kneecap and we're going to get up. And then it's going to take 3 shots to get us down. And when we do, we're going to take another hunk out of you. Before long, we're going to be the last one standing.
Okay. Who's going to be the last one standing in college football this year? I know last year, all of you, on June 23rd, had the Indiana Hoosiers.
That's right.
Okay, celebrating on the stage and lifting the trophy and as national champs in football.
Yeah.
So who do you have this year? And does the SEC break the streak? Now, Jim Harbaugh has left. He's been gone. This will be his 3rd year with the Chargers, as you know. But 3 years ago, he broke the streak of the SEC. And, they took out Saban in the semifinals game, which was a hell of a game. Can't believe Saban and Bama lost that lead. But anyway, Harbaugh and Michigan won it. And that surprised people. I don't know how many games he was suspended, but it felt like 17.
Yeah.
And then Ryan Day and Ohio State won it. And I think everybody can go, yeah, Ohio State. Jim Tressel, Urban Meyer, Ryan Day, they're a top 3 recruiter. They pumped, they're in the top 3 NFL players, all that, right? I mean, we feel like the first round always has at least 2 Ohio State guys, sometimes more.
Yes.
Right. They get the edge rushers.
Always.
They get the line of scrimmage guys. And, of course, the skill players are ridiculous. And then this year, Indiana, and I think we're all still in shock. We really don't know what to do with that. None of you, 99.9% of you, have never watched more than 5 minutes of Indiana Hoosiers football.
There's not a chance.
Until this year.
Well, I would say until the championship game. Not even this. I mean, maybe, okay,
well, the semifinals.
Yeah, semifinals.
Had some sizzle.
But I don't think they watched they had a bye the first week, right? Or did they?
Yes.
They did bye. Yeah.
So Indiana, they had a good year the year before.
Sure.
But people weren't buying it. Not at a national championship level. And even though some dummy named Bartu dropped his name 6 years ago on the show or whatever, and I was like, I'm embarrassed for you. You're talking about a coach at James Madison. Shows you what I know.
Yeah.
Even though that, and even though he recommended to several athletic directors to hire him, and they absolutely didn't even consider it, he went to Indiana and went to back-to-back college football playoffs and won it.
Yeah.
And on the way, he embarrassed the greatest program in the history of college football in the Rose Bowl in Alabama. Embarrassed them. And they had a first-round pick at quarterback.
First overall.
I mean, I know they couldn't run the football, but that's on them. I mean, I don't feel sorry for Bama or Georgia or anybody or Texas or, whatever. Yeah. But okay, they couldn't run the ball. Well, that's on them. Kurt Cignetti embarrassed Alabama. I mean, the mobile homes, Walmart TVs, and Roll Tide merch will never be. How much was burned that night and the next day as people were, doing whatever they were doing, cooking out and whatever.
Smashing TVs.
I mean, how many deer camps, how many fire pits at deer camps had Alabama merch in the fire pit the night or day after Cignetti absolutely curb stomped them?
Look, to be fair, that's a burnable moment. Never in your life did you think that was going to happen to you. Ever, if you're an Alabama person.
Never.
Yeah, so
you
I mean, I
never,
don't
even going through Mike Shula.
No, not this.
Okay, and DeBose, who I like, Mike, and Bill Curry, and whatever. I'm missing one. Francione actually did a good job. He just bailed out of there. But even though you lived through Mike Shula, You never thought that you would get punked
No chance.
by the Indiana Hoosiers by multiple touchdowns
Right.
in a college football playoff game.
Where they were more physical and ran you over and hurt you. Yeah, that's been a burnable moment for sure.
The Dancing Rabbit golf text line. I feel like this is it's got to be a hot take hotline today.
Burn them down.
All right. The Dancing Rabbit golf text line is 601-885-3776. That's funny from Wes. A lot of cousins broke up that night.
That's pretty funny.
Seriously, how much merch was burned in deer camp fire pits when Bama lost by multiple touchdowns to Indiana? In football.
How long is that hangover?
I don't know.
Like how long are you able to like?
They don't even. I actually admire them in a way. They don't even know how to get to the arena on campus. They don't care about hoops.
No.
They get excited every now and then when Oates goes on a 6-game winning streak
Round ball?
because it's something to do on the way to paying football players.
Yeah, right.
And baseball, they don't even know where the ballpark is.
Nah.
They think it's over there it's like another mini practice football field. Oh, that's where the threes practice. The third string goes. I didn't even know that. The third string goes over there, and that's their field. And the walk-ons. Good for them. They think it's an intramural field.
Right.
The SEC Insider Hit this morning is brought to you by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Mississippi. It's good to be blue. The official healthcare provider of the Out of Bounds show. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Mississippi. Yeah, I want to go over for wins for Mississippi State and Ole Miss. I mean, Mississippi State's is, God bless. I mean, it's 4.5. How things have changed. How you've made it harder than it is. And then Ole Miss is, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Don't forget last year, they had a
he exceeded it last year.
He did.
Right? I think it was 3.5 or 4.5.
Yeah, that's right. It was 3.5.
And he went 5 and 7.
He was 3.5.
I mean, I know they didn't beat anybody, but still,
No.
he did go north of the total win. Well, hell, so did Lane. Lane went 11-1. I don't remember if Ole Miss was 8.5.
Well, they were definitely not 9.5. It had to be
I don't think so.
9.5 is way too high.
I don't think so. Lane blew by that.
God.
11-1 in the state of Mississippi at Ole Miss. That's not just remarkable, unbelievable, spectacular. I don't even know what to say. I don't. 11, and then they won 2 more.
Man, if Signetti isn't doing what he does, Lane's National Coach of the Year.
Oh, Lane runs away with National Coach of the Year
Right.
if Kurt Signetti doesn't do what he did at Indiana. I mean, I'm sure Lane was Coach of the Year because there's
a billion, yeah.
Right, 33 different publications or whatever you call them now, .coms.
Right.
Associations. I don't know. People want to do a bunch of banquets with rubber chicken. But the point is, yes, Lane was worthy of National Coach of the Year.
See Signetti driving the Indy 500.
And no one should have been SEC Coach of the Year except Lane Kiffin.
Right.
Yeah. I'm sorry. What did Signetti?
Did you see? He was, of course, when you're the national championship coach, you get to go on your little tour where you get to make your appearances.
Yeah.
It's just a thing. So he got to lead the Indy 500. He ran the pace car.
I saw that.
That's awesome.
I just saw a clip.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That is cool.
Yeah.
Didn't he say something like he had to get back to work? Didn't he have a Saban phrase or drop of some sort? Like, I'm glad I'm here, but I feel like I'm wasting my. I don't know.
Let me find it.
It was. Yeah, that guy is so weird. He's kind of like Mike Leach. He's so weird and quirky and bright that you don't really know what to do with him. You know, friends like that who you love, but they're so weird, quirky, and bright. You're always like, what? Like I'm always fascinated that Signetti can get to his office. Now, I know once he's there, he's like a mad genius.
Oh, yeah.
But I picture somebody who takes the wrong left and right and ends up at the College of Business instead of the football complex just because he's R2-D2 kind of C-3PO.
But picks up a play while he's there. He picks up some kind of scheme or something.
Like he watches some kids throwing the football out in the green space in Indiana. Go, I think we need to incorporate that wrinkle.
I can tweak that.
Or he's the guy that watches like the Canadian Football League and incorporates
No
some of that
doubt.
wacky, wild, you know
100%.
what, bat blank crazy stuff.
Yeah, that and AFL, and he's like, you know what? Tweak that, implement it, and it'll work.
Right. The Out of Bounds Show is brought to you by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Mississippi. The SEC Insider Hit this morning is presented by our friends at Blue Cross Blue Shield of Mississippi. It's good to be blue. The official healthcare provider of the Out of Bounds Show, Blue Cross Blue Shield of Mississippi. All right. We hit a little bit of Brandon Woodruff.
Yeah.
Who was incredible last night. And thanks to Jeff Brantley, who's going into the College Baseball Hall of Fame, kind of a big college baseball Hall of Fame.
Dope.
That's kind of a big deal. I'm underselling that. That's like beyond big time.
For him.
And I congratulated him last week or the week before when that dropped. He was kind enough to text me last night, basically saying, you wouldn't believe what I'm watching, as he was calling the Reds-Brewers game, and Brandon Woodruff was carving. So was the Reds pitcher. But Brandon Woodruff played at Mississippi State for John Cohen and Butch Thompson. He was carving up the Cincinnati Reds lineup. What did Jay Powell say about Woodruff? He just shoves.
That's it.
I mean, Woodruff is like, no, I am going to throw it in the strike zone.
Right.
I'm like Maddox. You just won't hit it.
That's basically what he
all
does.
These other guys are trying to throw it all these. I mean, how much can we nibble and blah, blah. Nah, I'm just going, how about this? I'm just going to throw it right around, in and around the plate. You're just not going to hit it.
When the last time he started his last appearance in the league, because he's been on a little IL stint.
Yeah.
He ain't pitched since April 30th.
I did not realize that.
And stepped out last night and go 6 innings, no earned, 1 hit, 10 Ks.
God. Reminds me of me in Little League.
Toe the rubber, baby, and throw it up there.
Wow.
Yeah, he carved.
Wow. How are the Brewers are pretty damn good.
Yeah, they're straight, yeah.
47 and 29?
Yeah, run that back. They're actually a really good ball team.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Brantley's Reds are hanging in there.
Yeah, buddy.
Okay. I know they've been through a hella stretch, but
they got some studs now.
Woodruff, like you said, 1 hitter through 6.
He retired the first 16 hitters he saw.
Dang, 10 Ks. Good for Brandon Woodruff.
Yep, no walks.
No walks. Yeah, no walks. I'm looking at it right here.
Yeah, he would have kept going had that little blooper not landed.
Oh, man.
Come on.
What is okay. Yeah. Got it. All right. The Golden Moon Casino text line 601-885-3776. Oklahoma won it. That's all I'm saying. A football school won it in baseball. They don't even care.
Yeah, I mean, if you ask a lot of them if they
I do like Skip Johnson.
Oh, did we ever figure out who the most famous Oklahoma person was?
All right, so yesterday you and I were talking about this, and we mentioned Barry Switzer,
Right.
Billy Sims, and Adrian Peterson.
Yeah.
Now, you threw out, and you should have, Sam Bradford,
Yeah.
Baker Mayfield,
Got to.
and Kyler Murray,
Yeah, you have to do it.
and Jalen Hurts.
Didn't Kyler didn't he win a Heisman? Ooh, let me look.
I don't know.
I can't remember.
They were playing in the PlayStation Pillow Fight Big 12 where no one played any defense.
He did.
It's no wonder that all these guys were listing did not dominate in the NFL just because of, the way that the game was played at Oklahoma and in the Big 12. But they won. Give Bob Stoops credit.
Yeah, buddy.
They won a running ton of games in a PlayStation 7-on-7 Big 12, where for the better part of 25 years, Texas underachieved outside of that Vince Young little thing deal. And,
they shouldn't have won it.
Colt McCoy going to the national title game, but also getting knocked out by that big boy.
He did win the Heisman.
Okay.
18. He was also the NFL Rookie of the Year in 2019, and then they got smart.
People have Brian Bosworth.
See,
Is the Boz over Adrian Peterson?
No way.
And now look, when I was a kid in 1984, Brian Bosworth was the biggest thing in college football, which is incredible to say considering he played linebacker on defense. In this day and age, you cannot leapfrog any of the quarterbacks in college football as far as kind of owning the brand for the year. There's not 15 people that could name a defensive player on the Indiana Hoosiers team.
No.
But they won the national title. Okay?
You think he would have been like that had he not had the haircut and the neck roll?
No, it was the absolutely.
I mean, it's
the shaved head, coloring it on the side, the coloring of the hair, the neck roll. They were the bad boys. Barry Switzer played into the bad boy role. I think their dorm was like Animal House. They were allowed to do whatever in the hell they wanted, whenever in the hell they wanted. I think Barry looked at it like you're here to play football and win championships. Everything else is second. I know people don't like to hear that, but I mean, it's what SEC football is. I mean, when people sit down and bought Hemingway and Davis Wade on Saturday, they don't care if that kid went to class on Wednesday, but they want him to catch a touchdown pass or get a sack in the fourth quarter.
Yeah. If he didn't go to class, was he out here catching balls? If he's catching balls, we're good to go. Don't care if he went to class.
Yeah. So back to Brian Bosworth.
I mean, it was.
I wish I could explain to you because we didn't. Anything you got back then was magnified because you didn't have any access.
Right.
So when you got Oklahoma, well, maybe not it felt like, but maybe every other week or every other week, you were in. Like SEC didn't dominate the news in the 80s.
Right.
Coach Paul Bear Bryant had stepped down. Nobody was going to fill those shoes for a while. Spurrier eventually gets hired 8 years later, but there was kind of this the lull. Yeah. And while Bo and Herschel were special and good, there wasn't a lot of sizzle and pop in the 80s. Auburn blanked away a couple of national championships.
Right.
And other than that, I know Georgia won one in 80 because John Bond beat Alabama out here in that Mississippi State defense.
Who ran the 80s, though? Like, who was
Auburn? If you take out Georgia, that's the only championship.
Yeah.
If you take that out, I mean, that was year one of Reagan. Then you didn't do anything until 92 of Bill Clinton.
Nice.
That's a nice gap there of not. It was Miami.
Yes.
It was Oklahoma. Penn State grabbed two. Yeah, Lou got one in 88 with Notre Dame. And then we were doing some split national championship nonsense like Georgia Tech and Washington in 1990 or something, or I don't remember. Colorado, I can't remember.
Like, how did that even go down?
Well, they weren't really bona fide national championships.
Okay.
There was no national championship game. Somebody went to a bowl game, and the AP voted on it.
And they
it's
it.
nonsense. Pre-1998, nothing is really
counts.
Yeah. Outside of, maybe an undefeated team here.
Sure, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
They didn't have, I forget about that, because when did the BCS come in? Like, when was that a thing?
98.
98 is when the BCS started?
My buddy Brad Edwards, BCS insider.
Such a good guess.
1998 was the BCS.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So that was the first time you could actually quantify, like, who was one-ish, two-ish, three-ish. Gotcha.
Yeah. And then we go to 4, and then we go to 12, and now we're going to go to
24.
Yeah, eventually. I don't know if it's going to 16, 20, 20. I don't know.
Depends on how much money they want to make and how quickly they want to make it.
Yeah, you're right. Every single round you add gives you more TV money because ESPN and, right now ESPN owns it. I don't know how it'll look going forward, but whoever has the inventory, they're just trying to get live content.
You think his thing's going to be on True TV?
Yeah, I don't.
Okay, all right. We're not going that far?
No, I don't. It's not like 64 teams.
Not yet.
When you're trying to get that many games on the TV from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. at night.
Yeah.
You can't do that even on ESPN and ESPN2.
No.
and then you'd have to add ABC. So the reason why I get where you're going, Turner and TNT and True TV and all that, it's so many, especially that first weekend. There's so many games. Thank God.
Do you think that propels them for like the whole year? It's like, is that what, because True TV doesn't get a lot of viewership, right?
I don't know.
But it
or care.
booms.
All right. The Out of Bounds Show is brought to you by Fleetway Market and the Market Cafe in Gluckstadt. Pick up your breakfast biscuits, hot, fresh breakfast biscuits at Fleetway Market and the Market Cafe in Gluckstadt. Straight Funk, David won the Jake Mangum signed baseball.
Nice.
And
job,
an
David.
Out of Bounds. We did the red, white, and blue Patriot theme Out of Bounds hats. He won one of those too. So he got a Pittsburgh Pirate. Well, Jake Mangum is a Pittsburgh Pirate.
That he is.
But it's a baseball with his autograph and the Out of Bounds Patriot line hat. So David was the big winner yesterday.
It's a heater for David.
Absolute heater. Yes. Okay. God, did I just give Bama a hard time? Well, it's not my fault they got blown out by the Indiana Hoosiers in the Rose Bowl, which sounds weird. Bama, what? It's crazy what's happening in college football. Oh, man. I want to ask our listeners on the Hot Take Hotline, can Camario Taylor and Zach Arnett save Jeff Levy's job? The text line is 601-885-3776, presented by the Table Games and Vegas Style Sportsbook inside the Golden Moon Casino on the property of Pearl River Resort.
WRKS Pickens Jackson.
All systems go.
Live from the Whiskey 61 Lounge inside the Bank Plus studio.
It's now morning.
Live in the studio. It's the Out of Bounds Show with Mo Bounds. Streaming live worldwide on the Out of Bounds radio app. And on your radio at ESPN 105.9. All set? Let's go. The Zone.
That'll be the last time that I address it.
Good morning. We are the Out of Bounds Show, ESPN 105.9 The Zone. I think we got a little hot take hotline going on the Golden Moon Casino text line, 601-885-3776, powered by Pearl River Resort. Some of the text I can't read on Mississippi State football, but that's okay. I did tick off a couple of Alabama fans talking about them getting just absolutely curb stomped by Indiana in a college football playoff game, which I could see Indiana winning that game, but didn't see that. And then also a buddy of mine sent me, and Jackson didn't even know that this was the case, but ESPN did sell college football playoff games to TNT, True TV.
Let's go.
And HBO Max.
They get in the game.
So they'll get the first one and
Nice.
the second one. And then as we play through, they'll switch around and then go back to ABC, ESPN. And I guess you'll see more of that as we expand.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's a conflict for ESPN because of the NFL and Monday Night Football, and they've got a playoff game, I think, now.
Got to be something.
But they sold some of the college football playoff games to True TV, TNT, and HBO Max. Maybe that's where I was last night watching Ballers.
So you were. That's where you were.
Okay.
True TV.
Who reminds me of Dan Campbell. The
Yeah.
Rock and Dan Campbell, I see those two
Oh, no doubt. Hammer
running
up.
together on South Beach in Miami, having a large time. Dan Campbell, the head football coach for the Detroit Lions, could have easily played a character in Ballers that The Rock played.
No doubt.
Yeah. All right, go
I
ahead.
just want to let you know that True TV, take you back where I have bona fide numbers, is 2023. Okay?
Okay.
2023, True TV generated an estimated $271 million in total revenue in 23.
Okay.
Okay? 60 of that came from March Madness.
That makes sense.
So that's a quarter.
Yeah.
Right? How much do you think the subscription costs your normal person?
I don't know, $1.30?
33 cents.
Okay. Okay.
They're in the game.
They're obviously in the game. Okay. TNT. You're right. I don't think about TNT, True TV, or any of that unless it's March Madness.
That's it.
Or, the Barkley Show and all that. But now ESPN's got some of that. So
Yeah.
that's kind of a weird deal.
I don't even know what else is on True TV.
I think they just show like sitcoms or
MLB's
series.
on there? Oh.
There you go.
How
MLB.
about that?
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
Is Reno 911 on there? It's the best show on TV.
39.
Reno 911?
Oh, okay.
That's a bang
I was trying to
show.
think of the one that Heather Locklear was in the late 90s. 39.
Oh, 39210?
I don't remember the zip.
I think that's my zip code.
I guess it's a Hollywood or somewhere in.
Man, that's going to bother me.
Yeah. Okay. All right. We are the Out of Bounds Show, the Golden Moon Casino text line, 601-885-3776. You can find us on X at Bo Bounds. Tweet to us. I got somebody that's upset with me on X right now. He's tweeting to me that the only thing that will allow Jeff Lebby to succeed is distance away from the horrible decisions of John Cohen,
Whoa.
Joe Moorhead, and his lack of engagement with NIL, and the untimely death of Mike Leach. So my comment back to him was, And he didn't like it. No, Joe Moorhead, Cohen, and Leach's death had nothing to do with losing to Toledo by 24 points in 2024. To Arkansas by 33 points in 2024. They weren't any good either.
God.
Losing a 17-point fourth-quarter lead to Texas.
Facts.
Losing a 9-point fourth-quarter lead to Tennessee.
Also facts.
Throwing a pick instead of kicking a field goal versus Florida. And getting smoked by a Wake Forest, with less than $3 million in their team in a bowl game. So he's not happy with me, but if you want to go to X and jump in, I'm at Bo Bounds. The Key City, Mississippi Queen, great beer. Key City, I mean, that's Out of Bounds Nation Hall of Fame stuff. Key City, Mississippi Queen caller line. If you'd like to talk, Levy, Golding, Camario, Trinidad. Key City, Mississippi Queen caller line is 601-707-3750.
Anybody else got any questions about any college jobs? There's not a booster with a big enough blank check.
Oh, man. So Beverly Hills 90210.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm on.
Heather Locklear. She was the star.
She was on Melrose Place.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. She was on Melrose Place.
Yeah.
That was it was the other one that was not. I'm sorry. She wasn't in that. I don't think she was. Who was the main one in
90210.
Yeah.
Oh, that was, well, you had Jenny Garth, Tori Spelling.
Yeah. Aaron Spelling's daughter.
That's right. That's correct.
How well did Aaron Spelling do? A billionaire?
Did he?
Do you think he's in the B? With all those, he had like number one hit after number one hit after number one hit on TV.
Wow, today is actually his the 20th year anniversary of his passing. It's actually today.
Really?
Yep, June 23rd of 2006.
Wow.
He built an empire, right?
Yeah, he did.
I mean,
dude was
empire.
I mean, we talk about Larry David and Seinfeld, and they're
he's up there.
Yeah, I mean, this guy was when it comes to hit TV shows, dude was off the chain.
Well, maybe was he worth 500 to 600 M at the time of his passing.
Wow, that's
early
20 years ago.
Yeah,
dang nations.
He built that 123 room mega mansion.
I did not know that. He didn't invite me. Unbelievable. Well, no, I didn't get out to. No, I'd been to Los Angeles prior to his passing. But when we were doing the Grammy thing there for a stretch, that'd have been cool.
He capped his kids off on his inheritance.
Did he really?
At 800. He gave him 800. 800K.
He gave him 800,000.
That's it.
That's all he gave his kids. The rest, I'm assuming, went into a foundation to save the whales.
Went to the widow.
Oh, it did. Oh,
I bet you that got nasty.
What was there a late night backdoor entry wife late in life? Kind of like what happened with the Saints?
No doubt.
Okay.
You got to get in where you fit in.
That's right.
And Candy, that's her name, Candy Spelling. She's still moving.
Of course it's Candy.
She's still moving and shaking.
Did he
meet
her
for 40 years though?
Oh, well, that's different.
38 years. That's a stretch. Dang.
He only gave his kids $800K?
Yeah. Surely it went to a fund of some sort, right? Like,
or did he put it in a trust for X amount in a trust that they were going to live off the interest?
You know, Wikipedia's up for.
Well, yeah, I get it. Who knows? Okay, but right now, what you're looking at is he had a $600 million fortune 20 years ago, and he only left his kids. One of them being Tori, who was in whatever in the hell it was, 90210. $800K. I don't believe that. But you may be right.
Candy's worth 600 M's right now.
Candy got all the cash.
She got all the cash.
God, that could be a show.
Oh yeah, she spent 100.
It may not be PG.
No.
Candy got all the cash. Presented by, well, you name the sponsor. Good morning. Welcome into the Out of Bounds Show. Mike Detillier, 8:30 on the Farm Bureau Insurance Guest Line.
that's a joke to me.
Mike Detillier on the Farm Bureau Insurance guest line at 8:30. Good morning. Welcome into the Out of Bounds Show, ESPN 105.9 The Zone. I think something that you're going to hear me talk about all summer, and because I cannot wait to see what happens, but I love the anticipation and excitement around it, is that Trinidad's going to be damn good this year. The question in Starkville with Camario Taylor and Jeff Lebby is how much will he improve in the offseason? He hasn't played a lot of football. He did get some snaps. He played, I know the Arkansas comeback. I don't want to sell, even though Arkansas wasn't good, you're on the road in the SEC as a true freshman. That is rare at Bama, LSU, Texas, Florida, that you lead a team to a comeback and you go in there and boom, boom, score twice, those type things. So we know that there's some skills there, crazy raw athleticism, and he's big and physical and all that and fast. But like with everything that Lebby has to do this year, like win, and he hasn't taken anything off so he's still going to call plays. I mean, he's still trying to figure out how to be a head coach, and he's still trying to figure out how to be a good offensive coordinator. With having said that, he's got something really good to work with in Camario Taylor. But like, how refined will he be? How much can he process from last year to this year? It could be a lot. I mean, you could make giant steps in the offseason in any sport. Tennis, golf, football, baseball. We see guys in Starkville and Oxford make massive jumps in baseball, depending on the year.
Oh yeah.
But man, when you're playing this position and the bullets are flying and edge rushers are 250 pounds and just snot bubble fast, going to be playing in the NFL eventually, are coming at you, and really good defensive coordinators are moving their pieces around at the line of scrimmage as you're calling your cadence and trying to figure out what you want to do. Where will he be mentally? We know he's got the physical part.
Sure.
Where will he be mentally? Because you got one exhibition game basically against La Monroe, and then you got to get going at Minnesota and at South Carolina to win and for Lebby to extend this thing. Can it happen? Absolutely. Do you have more talent than Minnesota? Yes. And it should be damn near a push with South Carolina. But both those games are on the road. Weird things happen. He's still a true sophomore. And I don't think people want to take that into consideration. I mean,
wow.
Jackson Dart's first year under Lane, and he had already played at Southern Cal.
Right.
There were some hiccups and ups and downs, and yet the young man turned out to be incredible as a junior and a senior. Dak and Eli did not come of age until their redshirt sophomore year.
Yeah.
So it took Matt Corral a minute, and it took Lane Kiffin walking in the door.
No doubt.
There was talent there. And remember, Corral threw 6 picks on the road at Arkansas one day with Lane Kiffin as his offensive coordinator. I mean, crazy things happen at this position. You can get humbled. Patrick Mahomes, I mean, in that last Super Bowl, that was ugly.
Oh, it was bad.
And he's phenomenal.
Yeah.
It was ugly.
Yeah.
I mean, people were asking each other at your Super Bowl, who is that? So you're going to go on the road game 2 and 3 as a true sophomore. Now, my theory would be, and nobody's going to ask me, would be, how can I simplify this thing? And I'd already started all the reps would be towards a sliver of the playbook that you felt like, this is what I want Camario to master in 8 months. The running, the zone read, he should be able, you're still repping that.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. But as far as the passing concepts, short, intermediate, throw it deep, how good are you going to feel at Minnesota? And it won't matter against La Monroe at home. Okay. How good are you going to feel about that? Or is just Camario 6'4", 230 and fluff healthy, run downhill, chew up the clock, knowing that you're going to be better on defense, get out of there with the win at Minnesota.
Is that
is that fair? Yeah. I mean, you've got more money, way more money in your team, and
talent.
you're in the Sun Belt. You're in the Sunshine States. You have more athletes. Now, are they better in the line of scrimmage? I don't know. They, those teams up in the Midwest have thick, tough, strong dudes that can move you around, and they play from whistle to whistle.
Fundamental football.
And that's where, the offensive line over the last 4 or 5 decades has shined.
No doubt.
Okay?
They've been rowing the boat for a minute now.
How is PJ Fleck not?
Dude.
I mean, if you win 7 games a year at a place that doesn't give a damn and has no high school, no real big time athletes around you, how is PJ Fleck still there with all the openings that we've had in other, or maybe he and his wife love Minneapolis, which is great.
They're going to have to. I mean, my man's 66 and 44.
See, that's it at Minnesota. That's good.
First year, 5-7. Obviously, first year. It's all right. 7-6.
What was his first year?
17.
Dang, he's going on almost 10 years.
Remember me and Drew Moak were rowing the boat.
Drew Moak was a cat.
I love that guy.
Wasn't he funny?
He was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that guy. He ruled, man. He rowed the boat. They went 7-6, and then they went 11-2 and won the Outback Bowl.
That's when you make your move.
Yeah.
Something weird. I don't know what happened.
Well,
maybe jobs didn't open.
Right.
But when you're at a Minnesota and he won 11 games at Minnesota.
11-2.
That's incredible.
Now, don't get me wrong. 2020 was an ugly year. That's
the COVID
year, right?
Big Ten actually pulled football on August 9th. Then the SEC called their bluff.
Right.
And then Ohio State called the Big Ten office and said, we recruit against Alabama and Georgia and LSU, and you're not going to do this.
I mean,
anyway, Kevin Warren thought he was. It didn't happen. I don't count COVID against anybody.
Right.
That's a mulligan.
Then 9-4.
I didn't know he did that well.
I mean, 6
and he still didn't get out.
8-5.
Okay.
I mean, my man's winning 7 games consistently. 8 games at Minnesota.
I mean, do they have anybody that can run a sub 4.6?
I mean, that's a fair question.
Or a legit sub 4.5?
When's the last time they had a high draft pick? I mean,
now that I don't know.
I don't think.
I'm sure there's somebody, a tackle or maybe a tight end.
That would make a little sense.
I
could see a tight end coming out of there doing real well.
Yeah.
Just want to let you know real quick on our guy Spelling that we were discussing last segment.
Yeah.
Mr. Spelling had a no contest on his will.
Hold on. Let for our listeners, let's go back. Aaron Spelling, great TV producer, writer.
Man, yeah.
Of hit show after hit show, was worth $600 million 20 years ago.
Yes.
And he passed away and only gave his kids $800K a piece?
That's correct.
Okay.
That's not
but did he put it in a trust or a foundation for them to get paid to run it or something? A lot of times you stick a family member in there and they make $600K a year running a foundation or something.
Allegedly, no.
Okay. Mike Detillier coming up next. Manning Passing Academy this week. Mike D next on the Out of Bounds Show.
big, tall drink of water quarterback can really hum it downfield.
We are the Out of Bounds Show. We're driven by your next GMC Sierra truck. Fowler GMC, Pearl Brandon. Live in the Bank Plus studio, 105.9 The Zone, ESPN. Mike D joining us, Mike Detillier, WWL Radio TV New Orleans. Show is presented by Sound and Communications. For your next video wall for your business, church, arena, university, or school, soundcomav.com for your next video wall, Sound and Communications. It's Manning Passing Academy week. We welcome in Mike D to the show. Mike D, during the Manning Passing Academy, and they've got all these big-time quarterbacks, Arch and Dante Moore and Trinidad and Levitt and so on. Are there some drills where there's some serious competition where they're sizing each other up, Mike D?
They used to do it on the Thursday. When they come in, they would hit the field, and they'd sort of throw different type passes, and it became competitive. They still do it sometimes, just depending on exactly the weather conditions. But then they have the air it out contest now on the Friday night. Because we're going to be there from WWL from 4 to 8. As soon as we finish, the air it out competition starts at 8 o'clock, and they do all the competitive drills in there. It becomes really competitive between the guys, and some of the guys who have won it in the past have not been, who you would think would have won it. But it becomes pretty competitive with the guys, and some of that is really interesting to watch throughout the process to see. We throughout the years, because it's 30 years now. It's the 30th Manning Passing Academy this year. Yeah, I've been interviewed because I've been to all but 2 of them. So it's been 28 of 30 for me.
Dang.
And, everybody will ask me the best performance you ever saw before a day period. And I said, that's easy. It was Matt Stafford. Matt came here. I'm still sort of in awe that he was so accurate throwing the football to guys he had never, worked with before. I mean, these are receivers from LSU or Tulane, Southern Miss, Southeastern, Nicholls State, Grambling, Southern, Raging Cajuns, UL, University of Louisiana, and guys from other places too. But normally those are the guys you're working with. I'm telling you, we watched a drill the Friday afternoon before we started our broadcast, and Matt Stafford threw 20 passes, and not a one hit the turf. He was dead on every one. Frank Monica, one of the legends in the high school coaching ranks, he just looked at me. He was like, "If he ain't a pro, nothing is." I mean, it was unbelievable to watch to see Matt Stafford throw the football. The strongest arm certainly was Josh Allen when he came here. Jamarcus Russell would be in that group too. But Josh, I never saw a guy throw a wet football like he did. We had a torrential downpour. That's when they did the air it out on a Saturday night. And, I mean, it came down. We had a couple inches of rain in about a 25-minute period. And so that feels wet. And because of the lightning strikes, everybody took off. And they left the footballs out in the rain. And Josh, I was underneath the stadium with Archie and the quarterbacks, and Josh was the one really pressing him that there's no more lightning. Let's go out. Let's go back out. And so we went out, and I'm telling you, Bo, he picked up a football the first time, and that football is sopping wet. And he threw that thing 65 yards on a dime. and all the other quarterbacks were, whoa, we got no shot if he can do that. Now, Josh was, I would use the term erratic in his 4 days here, but you could just see the tremendous talent. He stood out with that Wyoming color. It was almost like an orange black, but it's really yellow black shirt on, and how he could whip a football. I mean, you said, Jesus, man, if he ever got some accuracy on him, you watching something. So, that and the other part, Jarvis Landry and Odell Beckham Jr. show up on a Friday and work with the receivers. And it got competitive between the both of them. And I'm sure it's not the first time they've done this. Every pass thrown to them, they caught it with one hand. They never caught a pass with both hands. Every throw to them was a one-handed catch. And the ball didn't touch the turf. Odell's mom was the track coach at Nicholls State, and she was like, "Oh, I've seen him do this dozens of times."
Wow.
I mean, that was something to watch. These two guys and having quarterbacks. I mean, throw it. I mean, and they were putting some mustard behind it, and Odell and Jarvis just catching it all with one hand.
Wow. Mike Detillier sharing some fantastic stories of the Manning Passing Academy on the Out of Bounds show. They're getting ready to get revved up and locked in. Archie Manning, Peyton Manning, Eli Manning, Cooper Manning, now Arch Manning, all at the Manning Passing Academy. He mentioned Josh Allen. Josh Allen is mountain man strong. I mean, that guy's just a different deal, man.
He was like from another planet. It was almost like watching Superman throw. The way he could throw it. But one of the best lines I heard, and this was right before the 2019 LSU run, Joe Burrow shows up, And the one thing with Joe, he was never bashful about anything that he said. So he comes into the building. We do it a little bit different now because they have an indoor facility where all the interviews are done. But they used to do it in the Colonel Room. And Joe's looking around to see where he sits, and he sees I'm standing. So I showed him. I said, "Come sit down here." I was smart because I showed him where to sit down, and I got right in front of him to do the interview. So nobody else would catch the first one. It would be me. And he says, "Yeah," he said, "Coach, we're going to average about 40, 45 points a game here this year." And I looked at him. I was like, "What? We ain't talking about playing basketball, right? We're talking about football." And he did not smile or laugh or anything else. He was like, "I'm serious. We're going to average about 40, 45 points a game." And when he said it the second time, I knew he was trying to tell me something. And sure as hell enough, he was pretty close to that. And so the Sunday, they have a short run in the morning before they leave. And I was with his dad, Jimmy Burrow. And he walks off the field, and I told him, "How was it?" And he's like, "Man, I was the best guy out here." Now, he smiled a little bit when he said it, but he meant it. I was the best guy out in that field. I mean, goes to that was Joe Burrow. Typical Joe. It was short. It was sweet. To the point. He meant it. He was the best. He felt he was the best quarterback out there, and nobody was going to touch him. And he was right.
Man, what a player. What a story, too. Mike Detillier on the Out of Bounds show. Mike, Trinidad Chambliss, we know he's an unbelievable college quarterback. How do you project him? You got Dante Moore, as you know, Arch Manning, maybe Julian Sayin coming in next year, CJ Carr, Lenoris. We'll see. I think Kendall Briles is going to be able to do some cool things with Lenoris. They've had terrible OCs at South Carolina. How do you project, if at all, Trinidad Chambliss at the next level in the NFL, Mike?
Yeah, I'll answer that, but I'll say this. I did camp Friday through Sunday. I think two guys to watch. One is Drew Mestamaker, who's at Oklahoma State now, who is a big, tall drink of water. He's tall, thin, but he's got a rocket for an arm. There was a guy who had really not played quarterback in high school. He was a defensive back and a punter.
Wow.
Walked on. And you just look at the numbers he put up last year. Now he goes to Oklahoma State. I think he's one to watch. The other guy, too, is C.J. Bailey from North Carolina State, who's 6'5" plus. He's sort of built along he's a little taller version of Jaden Daniels and that real tall, thin guy. But man, he can whip it out there now. He's got a really strong arm. So those are two guys that I wouldn't be surprised become kind of the talk of Manning, along with C.J. Carr from Notre Dame. I like C.J. He surprised me how good he was last year. So getting back to Trinidad, I got to ask this. If you could pay to watch one quarterback in college football all year long, and we guarantee he stays healthy, who would it be?
Yeah, it'd be Trinidad.
I said it would be Trinidad. Yeah. I mean, he's a playmaker every time he touches the ball. As a runner, as a receiver, he's smart. He's accurate. He finds secondary receivers quickly. And while, a lot of times it gets put out there that, Lane's system is quarterback friendly, his improvisational skills, his ability to get away from people and throw so accurately on the run, not a lot of guys can do that. This happened early last season. Okay, get an injury at quarterback, and Tulane plays Ole Miss, and this would be Trinidad's second start against Tulane. So, I do Tulane Tuesday with John Summerall. So, I talked to him about, playing Trinidad. What was the difference? And he was like, we went back, look at a lot of film, and, but we'll have a pretty good plan against them. So the next week after they get trounced, I asked him, how good was Trinidad? He gave me like a 1 second pause, and he was like, a hell of a lot better than I thought we'd see. Man, he was just unbelievable as a passer, but he said he made so many plays with his legs that we had him corralled, and he'd make a guy miss, and he would just take off running downfield. And he said he absolutely destroyed us in that game. But in all the time Summerall was here, I've never heard him talk about a player like he did Chambliss. And this is only after the second start. And it always sort of made a little kind of a asterisk next to that man, Summerall, who the one thing with him, he's very confident. And I think Florida will be a better team than a lot of people think this year because of him. But the way he talked about Chambliss sort of put the red flag up that he's going to be trouble for others. And I think he ends up going in round one. I think he will be that type of guy. I think he'll certainly be in play for the Heisman this year. He's that good of a player. People talk, the comparison of Russell Wilson. I think he's a better college player than Russell Wilson will be. That's what I believe. He's not ideal height. He's got what I would say is a good arm, but I think sometimes that's overrated. It's a trait to have a super strong arm, but you don't have to have that to play in this league. But it's, for me, the one thing that really jumps out, his ability to process what is going on downfield. And he does it quickly. You can't coach it or teach it. Either you got it or you don't. And he's got it.
Yeah. All right, so you've got, this is could be a star-studded class with Dante Moore, Arch Manning, Julian Sayin, Trinidad, CJ Carr. Damn,
Mestamaker.
Right.
You can kind of, go down the list, I think if Bailey, now he'll have a decision because he would have an extra year. Same thing with Julian saying he will have an extra year that he can't come back and play. So those guys will have that choice. But man, to look at this class, it is loaded, absolutely loaded. And the crazy part about it is we talked about this on Sports Talk yesterday that, what if Sorsby would have been in this group?
Wow.
Because all I'm telling you is they got a lot of people in the NFL that's lying about what they think about Sorsby. And I think some of where he gets selected will be exactly how the commissioner handles a possible suspension with him. And basically you've given him a redshirt year, but you have him on your roster. Most likely he won't go in the first round. But don't be surprised. Late in round 2 and into round 3 that somebody decides, we can get him and, it's not going to cost us a first round pick. And yeah, we'll have to have him almost like a redshirt year, but and he's super talented. And I had one GM over the weekend tell me, no, Mike, I got no interest in Sorsby. None at all. Just a little bit too much baggage. But yet I talked to his director of college scouting and said, Mike, we've broken down every pass he's thrown over the last 2 days. So one of the two are lying to me.
Everybody's playing cat and mouse. Love it. Okay, so right now, you have Trinidad in the first round along with the guys like Dante Moore and Arch, right?
Correct.
Okay. All right. Wow. That's incredible. And I don't know what he is, maybe 5'11", but like Mike said,
I would think he's 5'11", and maybe a little change. But he's in that category. I brought him up to Drew Brees when we had him on during the season. Drew was like, all I know is I wouldn't want to have to play defense against him.
Right.
Drew just sort of left it. Man, he's like, he was really good. He's really good, but I wouldn't want to have to play defense against him because he was like, what jumps out, and we had talked about it maybe a couple weeks earlier, his ability to make something happen on the move.
No doubt.
Because a lot of times guys can run around, but their accuracy really wanes when they throw off the waggle. Not with him. He scares the bejesus out of you because of the fact that his receivers have learned to come back to him. He knows where they are on the field. He just sees the field differently than most young quarterbacks do. And that SEC competition is pretty damn good, is all I know.
Yeah. Mike Detillier, WWL Radio TV New Orleans. Manning Passing Academy this weekend, and it'll be all the stars, Trinidad and Arch and Dante and many, many more. So it's going to be exciting. This class could be incredible next spring as far as depth. This year, you have to ask, what if a Trinidad or Dante Moore come out this year? Because after, Mendoza, it was Ty Simpson, but a lot of people were shocked that the Rams went and did that. So there wasn't a lot there after that. Who knows if Trinidad or Dante would have gone early, but Trinidad may have gone.
Dante would have went 2.
Okay.
He would have been the second pick in the draft, and he may still end up with the Jets, but still, I get that. All I know is that Nike money is great, but man, that NFL money, what he would have gotten there. And, again, the decision to come back and play another year and have some starting experience, I get all of that. But, man, he turned down a lot of money, NFL-wise, because he would have been the second overall pick in this draft one way or another.
I would not have turned down that money. Mike D, Camario Taylor, nobody really knows about him, but he's a big 6'4", 230-pound kid right outside of Starkville, Noxubee County. Mississippi State has not been good, but he played a little bit last year. Big dude, kind of in that Lenora Sellers body type deal. I'll be interested to see what you think of him after watching him this weekend.
Consistency.
Yeah.
I had a talk with somebody over the weekend about it. I want to see him just become a more consistent passer. A lot of times, too, when you kind of move away from the pocket, because you've done it at the high school level, a lot of times your mechanics get a little bit off. And I see it with him. If there's movement with him, his mechanics are a little off, and so the accuracy is a little bit off. We talked about this with Trinidad. Really, it's really not much of a drop when you see him on the move. But I think that's going to be the thing I want to watch at Manning. And then early in the season, is he a more consistent passer downfield? Because there is some erraticism there. I would have said the same thing about Sorsby, watching him at Cincinnati. He was almost like a kid, backyard football. Mm-hmm. That he thinks he could throw a pass any angle, and some guys can do it, and some guys can't with that accuracy. So with Camaro, I want to watch him throw the football at Manning, and my plans before the 4:00 broadcast we have Friday is to go watch him throw, because he is going to be throwing on the field right behind the stadium. So I'll have pretty good access to that.
Well, there we go. So Camario Taylor, Trinidad Chambliss, among others, down at the Manning Passing Academy this weekend. And Mike Detillier will be there, and he can share everything that he sees next week. Can't wait. At Mike Detillier on Twitter, WWL Radio TV New Orleans. He joined us on the Farm Bureau Insurance guest line. Mike, have a great week at the Manning Passing Academy.
Thanks so much. And we got another Manning here with Marshall Manning, Peyton's son.
Oh, wow.
He's a camper here. He's not going to be a counselor, but he's a camper here, 15 years old. He's been here the last couple of years throwing the football. So I had a friend of mine who was a vice president of a major oil company, was throwing the football with him last year on the field. I had to go get him because security told me, Mike, you mind getting the older gentleman off the field? But he was throwing it with Marshall. But he's going to be here also. So there's another Manning coming right around the corner. He's in high school out in Tennessee, man, he's got the right stuff.
Thanks, Mike D.
Thank you, brother.
All right, so it's going to be a big weekend, right? Arch Manning, Trinidad Chambliss, Dante Moore, C.J. Carr. Who you got? Julian Sayin?
You think they got a helmet to fit Peyton's kid?
Oh, yeah. I see where you were going there. We're live in the Bank Plus studio. Lunch today brought to you by Martin's in Livingston. You know, today is ribs. They've been smoking them since like 4 or 5 a.m. this morning. Ribs is the blue plate today at Martin's in Livingston.
WRKS Pickens Jackson.
All systems go.
Live from the Whiskey 61 Lounge inside the Bank Plus studio.
This is Out of Order.
Live in the studio. It's the Out of Bounds Show with Mo Bounds. Streaming live worldwide on the Out of Bounds radio app. And on your radio at ESPN 105.9. All set? Let's go. The Zone.
We are the Out of Bounds Show, ESPN 105.9 The Zone. I'm your host, Bo Bounds. I've got Straight Funk with me. Thanks for hanging out with us. Yeah, we have taken a deep dive into Ole Miss and Mississippi State football. We've got a lot of new, actually. You know, Lane was there what felt like forever. And that's a long time this day and age for someone to be at a school. From 2020 to 2025, 6 seasons. Every bit of 3 of them were magical, possibly 4. And what he did has never been done in the state of Mississippi. What Lane Kiffin did has never been done in the state of Mississippi. And again, winning in the modern era, okay? And then Lane's ability to see and predict the future and get everybody on board. Great job. And credit to the, Ole Miss fan base had that willpower. They wanted to win, and they have. And that's what it's not money in the SEC. It's commitment quotient and willpower. And Lane saw it, said, this is what we're going to do. And everybody give it. I mean, you still have to have people line up behind you.
Oh, yeah.
And join you under the tent and start the carnival and the party and the fire and everything. And so, boom, he made it. He did what no one's ever done.
Yeah.
And that 11-1 is filthy. Couple of different ways that you can get in touch with us. The Dancing Rabbit Golf Geyser Falls text line is 601-885-3776. You can find us on X at Bo Bounds. And the Michelob Ultra caller line is 601-707-3750. Mike D's about to have some fun, man. He gets to see Trinidad Chambliss, Arch Manning, Dante Moore, C.J. Carr from Notre Dame. Kamario Taylor gets to go out there at Manning Passing Academy and compete in some kind of skills camp. So I can't wait. If Kamario has a breakout year, that could extend Levy's stay in Starkville. If he just has a nice year, I don't know if that's enough.
Ooh.
But if he has a breakout year where it comes down to like 10 to 12 plays that he makes over the course of the season in the second half, again, moving the sticks, chasing the sticks, and in the red zone. I mean, Levy really, really struggled in the red zone. And as far as punching it in, and now you got a 6'4", 230-pound guy with fluff who's every bit of 225. You got a little bit different options than you've had the last few years with Blake Shapen and Will Rogers, who were not a threat to make somebody miss or run over someone. Because it gets what happens in the SEC inside the 8, 6, 4, and 2 yard line. What happens? It gets primitive.
Yeah, people get hurt.
It gets primitive. And that's where you decide if you can get it done or not. And you got to be able to take on a linebacker and find another inch or a half a foot just to get sounds easy until you see the collision.
Right.
And having been on the sideline for SEC games, they are collisions. And get the ball over. There was just a lot. It was a struggle in the red zone. And that is the way you're defined as an offensive and defensive coordinator.
Yeah.
Total offense and total defense doesn't matter. It's all about offensive scoring efficiency, defensive scoring efficiency. Coleman Hutzler never broke the top 100 in defensive scoring efficiency. I mean, if Zach Arnett can throw up a 70, that'll be a 40-spot swing. That could be a game, maybe a little bit more.
Yeah. Wait, so all right, but I mean, when you say breakout year for Camario, that's going to equate to 7 wins, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Or 6.
So 6, and then
6 or 7
But if
is going to take him having some big plays
Right.
in big moments in the second half against teams like Minnesota,
right,
Auburn at home, Missouri at home,
Yeah.
Vanderbilt at home, and possibly even like a road game at South Carolina.
Yeah.
I think there's some games that are off the table, but there's plenty that are in play for Levy and the staff to win.
So 7 is safe for Levy, but a 6 and a hot Camario could tilt it.
Yeah, I guess it could. That's a good. I don't know how they're going. I don't know how Zach Selman and Mark Keenum are going to run the numbers at the. Does 6? Yeah, no. 7's a yes. 5 is a no.
Regardless
So
of how hot Camario
it gets
is.
blurry in the 6 range.
Okay.
And you also have to ask yourself, how many people are going to come back
Right.
to campus to watch football in 2027 pending X, Y, and Z, whatever play. It's going to be fun. You got 12 games. Look, Levy's got an awesome opportunity to extend his stay in Starkville. It could be some awesome highs. There will be challenges. Look, Golding's going to go through massive challenges and adversity too. I mean, Ole Miss in 3 of their first 4 games. This is not a cake. They've had some beautiful schedules, yummy, delicious, like triple cupcakes with a bunch of sprinkles like you still eat. Ole Miss pulls Louisville neutral field. Game 3, LSU at home. Game 4 at Florida. That is not a cakewalk even for Trinidad Chambliss. It's not.
No.
So it's going to be a blast, and we're going to know a lot in September about the Rebels and the Dogs. Will Ole Miss be better? Yes. How good? We'll see. But they only play once. You got to figure out what you're going to do in the other 11 games, and we'll see what Pete's trying to follow the greatest coach of all time at Ole Miss. Not in longevity, but in pop, big moments. And, of course, the big season last season, but back-to-back were truly fantastic. I mean, awesome.
Yeah, you hate to replace a legend.
Yeah,
Gotta
and
burn
he's
one.
a legend, but he's
a
hated.
But
So it's such a
it's a conundrum.
It is. See, like Sean Payton will always be. The pros are so different.
We ain't hating him.
Sean stepped down, and that's still people, but and there's still Saints fans that don't love that he's in New Orleans. I mean, in Denver.
Oh, yeah.
But he will always be beloved, and always be the GOAT, and always be the legend, and the icon, and the madman driving force of 15 years of Saints playoff postseason runs.
No, he ain't paying for a meal in NOLA. Ever.
Lane? Yeah.
Think he pays for a meal in Oxford?
Yes.
Right now, he's definitely
Yeah, I don't think he can go to the Velvet Ditch and get comped anymore.
Nah,
but
Jerry.
I could be wrong.
No, Jerry.
Alums and boosters and people that love sports are suckers for still picking up, vacationing with coaches and picking up tabs. Back in a second. Oh, man. Here we go. Good morning to you. We love you. Even the guy that's mad at me on X. Yeah. Out of Bounds, ESPN 1059 The Zone. Follow us on X. Tweet to us at Bo Bounds. Driven by your next spray-in bedliner lift kit at Rick's Pro Truck. RPT, baby. Trucks live here. And also the show is brought to you by Matt Anderson, Southeastern Land Group. You're looking for your land, right? Your hunting camp, your farm, your lake house. Call Matt Anderson today with Southeastern Land Group, 601-408-5155. Matt Anderson, Southeastern Land Group, 601-408-5155. He'll find the property of your dreams. Matt Anderson, Southeastern Land Group. Bo Bounds and Double Down with you. Well, so do we want to drop this Lane Kiffin audio?
I like it. I think it's good.
So he talks about how he found Trinidad.
How they identified Trinidad.
Are people going to be mad that he's taking credit for finding Trinidad?
How could you be?
Okay.
Are they going to say, no, well, what's his name found it? Because didn't they credit Judge with finding them or whatnot?
Oh, okay. Joe Judge. Yeah, he's still there, quarterback coach.
Joe Judge rules.
Saw him the other night at Phillip M's.
It's awesome.
Yeah, good guy. Yeah. All right, so this is Lane Kiffin on the Honey Badger podcast. Correct. Talking about finding Trinidad.
Right.
How did you find Trinidad? Like outside of like the D2 championships? Because he wasn't your anticipated starter going into the season, right?
Right. Yeah. He actually was going to go to Temple, was his offer. Wow. Okay. And we saw him actually on Twitter, and then got the film, and everybody started getting excited. They brought him to Charlie Weiss, brought him to me, and I just kept watching. I'm like, man, this guy, I think he had scored 51 touchdowns. I was like, this guy's just a winner. He just finds a way to make plays, man. They're in the playoffs to win the national championship, and he just takes off and runs and makes these plays. And I'm like, guys, I know maybe he's not as tall as some people want him to be and all that.
All right. So Lane again leverages Twitter.
Oh, yeah.
To land a guy that nobody was thinking about, and then a star at quarterback, because I mentioned this several times last year. Lane Kiffin and Joe Judge last offseason were telling everybody that would listen that Austin Simmons was going to be a first-round pick in not this year necessarily,
right,
but eventually a first-round pick in the NFL draft, correct, which Austin Simmons, who's now at Missouri, may be a first-round pick at some point down the line. But they were telling people that I know, plus I talked to Joe Judge,
dude, they
were telling people, hey, this guy's got all the tools and the skills to be a first-round pick one day. He didn't play well his first two games. Then he gets hurt, and then Trinidad takes over, and the rest is history. And Trinidad became a highlight reel.
Back.
A little bit of Kyler Murray, a little bit of Steve Nash.
Yeah.
A little bit of Pat White. You know, I love him. He's got a little bit of Steve Nash, David Rivers, point guard.
Balls.
But the ability to improvise is off the charts. Now, there's all kinds of quarterbacks that can do it well. Dart, Nick Fitzgerald, Corral, Dak. I mean, there's all kinds of guys that have come through here that were Austin Davis that had the ability to improvise in whatever way they did. It doesn't have to be the crazy way that Trinidad's done it.
No.
You improvise, you extend the play, you get some yardage, you don't take negative plays. The coach is over there going,
yes, sir.
Thank you. Let's keep going. We're still moving the sticks. Yep. But now all of us remember his last unbelievable plays against Georgia and Miami, where he really tuned it up and revved it up. But that's an incredible story by Lane. On Twitter, and then I was like, damn, he scored 50 touchdowns, and
that's
he's got and He's a playmaking machine. He's dual threat. We can do something with him. And, if Austin gets hurt, we can implement something really quick because of his skill set that he can do the next Saturday.
Right.
Which is,
smart.
Yeah. And then what happens?
Boom, boom, boom.
He becomes a star.
Yeah.
And beats Georgia on the national stage and almost beat Miami.
Yep. Should have.
Well, Miami was determined not to win because they went away, like Georgia, they went away from running the football. But eventually Carson Beck ran the ball in and blah, blah, blah.
He's a star, though, right?
And Miami had some dudes on the edges that even Trinidad was like, whoa, because those guys were filthy. You saw one go in the first round of the NFL draft.
But he is, in every sense, right, a star.
Yeah.
Trinidad, college football star this year, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Top 3 Heisman favorite?
Is he along with Dante and Arch?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, Arch is under him. But, yeah, he's up there. Arch is top 5, top 6.
Okay.
Julian Sayin.
Oh, CJ Carr. Oh, is Dante more than one and then Trinidad?
That's a different one. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it depends on the site. Okay, fair enough. Well, either way, you got Dante Moore, Arch, Trinidad, CJ Carr. And CJ Carr's schedule is delicious, double delicious. So.
Wow. Carr is now the leader.
Dude, the schedule that Notre Dame plays and Marcus Freeman has developed into a good coach. Things look good for the Fighting Irish. And going to the college. Now, you still got to play it out.
Right.
But going to the college football playoff. Real quick, the Out of Bounds show is brought to you by MAIS, Mid-South Association of Independent Schools. If you're looking for excellence in academics, athletics, and leadership, with more than 135 member schools and over 40,000 students across the Mid-South, MAIS is the place to go for academic achievement, championship competition, and preparing young men and women for success in the classroom and beyond. From Friday Night Lights to college scholarships and academic excellence, it's all powered by MAIS. And you can visit their site, msais.org, msais.org, where excellence thrives. And we're proud to partner with the MAIS. And we talk about their players all the time at Ole Miss and Mississippi State and Southern Miss and all the other places that they go. And from tennis to football and golf to hoops and everywhere in between. So we're excited to partner with MAIS, and they are a proud partner of the Out of Bounds show on ESPN 105.9 The Zone.
Just want to tell you real quick.
Yeah?
That you mentioned Notre Dame's schedule.
Yeah.
So prior to the year, each year, the odds makers put out game of the year lines. They identify some of your marquee games, right, throughout the season.
Heck
Egg
yeah.
Bowl's one of them.
Boom.
Obviously, the Betrayal Bowl is going to be on
Betrayal
there.
Bowl.
It's there, baby. But Notre Dame appears in 4 of these. They have 4 game of the year matchups or whatnot. They're double-digit favorites in every single one. They're only lower than 20 in one game. They're an 11-point favorite, and then the rest of them are 20s. That's how bad that schedule is.
What's the 11-point one?
Oh, Lord.
We'll get it on the other side.
Yeah.
Okay. Damn, man. Marcus Freeman and CJ Carr
ain't playing nobody.
Could have an unbelievable year. I knew they had a super duper easy schedule.
Yeah, it's like that.
But this thing is beautiful. And according to Crazy Pills Bar 2, they should not have been left out last year. I mean, I know people love it when Notre Dame is left out.
Yes.
But according to him, they shouldn't have been left out.
That team was Miami.
Okay.
Double digits on Miami.
Miami. Okay. Wow, we are the Out of Bounds show, brought to you by Southeastern Land Group and Matt Anderson. He'll find your next property for you. Matt Anderson, Southeastern Land Group. Oh, man. All right. Out of bounds. Good morning. ESPN 1059 The Zone. On the hot take hotline, I need to know your prediction for 2026 for Mississippi State and or Ole Miss, and whatever SEC team you want to throw in there. Or maybe you're Notre Dame or a big team, Michigan, Ohio State, Southern Cal. But I'd like to have your prediction on the hot take hotline, 601-885-3776. 601-885-3776. If I had to bet $100, I'd bet Mississippi State at 5-7 and Ole Miss at 8-4. Yeah. Jackson doesn't like either one of those because I went over on both, but that's what I would go. I'd go 5-7 and 8-4.
Problem is, life's too short to bet the under.
You damn right it is.
Bet the over, baby.
Yeah.
Pull for the win.
Yeah.
But that is a bad call for Mississippi State this year. It's under, man. They'll be lucky to get there.
You're being negative.
I mean, I'm looking at trends in history and betting. Signs
but it's
say
4.5.
Okay.
So that means they need to win 3 well, you can run the numbers a couple of different ways, even if they lose to Minnesota. But
sure.
You can win your 3 non-cons and 2 conference games, and you get to 5. So you'd win your 100, whatever. You would win if you took over 4.5. Or if you can win 2 non-cons, lose to Minnesota, and win 3 conference games of 9. With Vandy at home, Missouri at home, and Auburn at home.
No.
So there's a couple of different ways to run your numbers there at 5. The question is, will they be at 5 by the Ole Miss game and going to Oxford where they're going to be underdogs?
Heavy.
Can they? 14.5. I don't think it'll be that much.
That's what it is right now.
20.5?
14.5.
Oh, I was like,
yeah, no,
I don't believe that.
That'd be a stretch. But
no.
yeah.
I mean, I understand they won by 20 last year, and Lane Kiffin was bored out of his mind because I watched him the whole game.
Sure.
And their staff was in total disarray, not knowing what was going on. But anyway, 14.5. Yeah, I think that line gets drilled down.
It will.
To 8 to 10. But we'll see. Yeah.
Yeah, it will definitely fluctuate for sure. But I mean, all right. So if you run them numbers like that, you talk about 3 SEC wins. That's tripling the amount of SEC wins he's ever had.
Well, that's true. He got one last year.
Tough deal to do
against Arkansas, who committed 230 yards of penalties.
Right.
And they were down 17 at one point.
I will acknowledge that he should have had a couple other SEC wins that he fumbled away.
That's a good point.
But he still have to
could have beat Tennessee, Texas, or Florida, and just didn't get any of them. If he gets one, I think people are in a better spot. But man, if he gets 2 of those games, Levy's riding high right now.
Oh yeah.
If he just hangs on against Texas,
my God,
and kicks the field goal against Florida, he is the man. Finishing 7-5.
I agree. I mean,
good Lord, people are looking at this in a whole different light, in a whole different way. He's being celebrated, and more people are excited, buying tickets, investing, and so on. I mean, you are 2 whiskers.
You really are.
I mean, if you hold on against Texas and don't just totally unravel, and it was like a slow,
foreseeable
implosion.
Yeah, you felt it.
And then that Florida play in Gainesville, that last play felt like it took 10 minutes. I mean, snap the ball to Blake Shapen. He stares down the Florida defender and throws it right to him.
Hey, buddy, you're open.
It was a defensive lineman who dropped in coverage.
That's right.
I think it was number 96. But I mean, he's huge. And he was he couldn't believe it. I mean, when the ball left Shapen's hand, the guy was like, dude, is he really throwing it to me? Yeah. Whoa. And so.
Look what I found.
I mean, Levy would own Starkville if he'd have beat Texas and Florida.
Golly.
First of all, those are two big brands. You know,
that
one at home, they would have stormed the field.
No doubt.
The one on the road, you know, if you kick a field goal through at the end, people are like, crazy.
Yeah.
Um,
But you're right, though. Even if he just wins one of them. I mean, even if it's the Texas game, if it's just
the
that
Texas
one,
game was worth 30-40 million for the university. Instead, the swing went the other way. It cost you God knows what. Yeah, I mean, it's just massive. You had a lot of eyeballs on that game. You were up.
National eyeballs.
People were having fun, and it was at night.
Yeah.
And it was just the time. A lot of times the timing, when you win.
No question.
Like when they walked off Arizona State, it was the last game of the night.
Everyone's watching.
And people were in. You know?
National. I mean, because everyone's watching that ball game.
Right.
Everyone.
We tend right at the end of the evening on Saturday, if you're not in a stadium, you're finding that close game in the SEC or otherwise, preferably in the SEC. But you're finding that game that's one possession because you're like, Saturdays are so coveted, you don't want it to go away. I mean, you're like, man, it's 11 o'clock. I want to, let's get another game going.
Where's the bounce back game at? I need my late night.
The Hawaii against New Mexico game where you've tripled down after you
go quarter by quarter, baby. Now with Bar 2's analytics, I can go play by play.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
But I tell you, you can't be a degenerate without generating. So,
what if Levy loses to Arkansas last year?
He's probably not back.
Yeah,
really?
Yeah.
Dang. So all right, so
I mean, a lot of people are surprised he's back, even with the win. But yeah, I think if he goes 0-16, I mean, I don't know why. I mean, the fact that they're doing this thing at 1-15 is unacceptable. But if he's 0-16, goose egg and 16, then I don't think they. But I don't know. I don't know.
So okay, so 7 safe, 6 and a hot Camario could get it.
Yeah.
Okay. I like the 6 and a hot Camario. You get a little button, but the worst thing that could happen here is that they go 5-7 and Camario comes out there and is like, I want Levy to stay. And then they hire him, they keep him another year.
No, you can't do that for one player.
Can't do it, right?
No.
All right.
You can't. You can't allow one player to hold your program hostage. Ole Miss is a 14.5-point favorite right now in the battle for the Golden Egg in Oxford. So that's 2 touchdowns and 2.5 points. We're almost at 2 touchdowns and a field goal. Okay. So just for those of you that want to bet early, giddy up. You've got your line. You can make it rain.
I don't know where in the world I'd go early. Right here on, what is it, June 23rd? I mean, which way would you flirt? If you had to do it, 14.5. That's a lot of points in the SEC ball game.
Yeah, I could see Ole Miss winning by 2 touchdowns, but I would take the points.
I think I'd take them.
Yeah.
Now, that game could also have Heisman implications for Trinidad.
They could.
No, it should. I mean,
they could. Not if they've already. Well,
if
it depends on win-loss.
Right.
Stats at that point, it's dubs.
It's about Heisman moments.
We've got QB1 that says Arnett and Montgomery, Philip Montgomery, that was hired as an offensive assistant. Arnett and Montgomery helped Levy win those close games. Would have beat Texas, Tennessee, and Florida last year with the Arnett alone. I think
he's on to something.
At least you'd have won 2 or 3.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Look,
That's
I
huge.
can't believe Levy went with Coleman Hutzler 2 years. I don't know if he'll be able to dig out of it. I think if he goes with just an Arnett level DC, he's fine right now. He's 13-12 overall. People are chill, calmer. There's excitement. There's people that believe in the future.
Right.
Believe, if you heard the conversations that I have with people, whether it's out in a suite at the Phoenix Open Waste Management with Mississippi State people, the Globe Life Field trip that I took in late February, whenever that was,
right,
and I was bouncing in and out of every single box or premium area that I could just to meet and see as many people.
Right.
If you heard those conversations, it would be a rude awakening in Starkville in Mississippi State. And this was the cream of the crop. I mean, it was an unbelievable group of 4,000 plus dogs from Dallas, Houston, Denver. I mean, it was crazy how many people would come in there to, affluent, successful. Yeah.
Hey, they ain't trying to hear all that.
Yeah.
In Starkville.
Right. So, well, that's funny. RT Connerly implications for Chambliss.
I think you got to run.
And Taylor.
You think I can get the odds on the
and who? Oh, Lacey. It said Levy. I was like, who?
Lenny.
Yeah, Lenny, Levy, Lacey. I'm already all tangled up here. I don't know what the hell's going on. I may win the Connerly this year.
That's right.
So, I mean, I should. I've been doing this for 23 football seasons.
I'll nominate you.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's all we need is a nomination.
I mean, they know me at the Mississippi Sports Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
They have my number. I don't understand.
Yeah, who's running that thing?
I don't know. I mean, I love them.
Yeah,
I'm happy for them. I'm supportive of them.
Well, yeah.
All right, what are we throwing it to?
Bar 2.
All right, Dave Bar 2, Crazy Pills to wrap up the show. We love you. Lunch today brought to you by the wood-fired pizzas at Taste Italian Kitchen in the Renaissance. Just threw on him. But so one of Bartu's big things now is peak game control. And he's thrown that out to us several times in the last few interviews. And so before we get into some of this NFL stuff that he did, which is really cool, we want to go 30,000 feet peak game control. Bartu, good morning. How are you?
Dude, I am I'm doing good. I'm a bit as I told you when I text you, my dog ate my orange Gators hat. So I was totally hey, anybody who has a cattle dog, you know what I'm talking about. What a menace.
Man.
Absolute menace. So my orange Gator cap hat got munched. So now I got to go with Bulldog's cap today.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to you're going to need to drop me your address because
I need a sip one. I need a sip one, baby. I need light blue. I need powder blue.
Yeah, we'll get you powder blue. We'll get you an upgrade.